Hi guys, hope everyone is doing really well today. Today is the 5th anniversary of me collecting antique Bahco tools. It's been up till today, which I've just received a parcel from another collector, actually on the 16th of October, my anniversary date. So I have got a few more items, thank God. But up to now, this year, I've got 5 extra items for my Bahco collection, and it's been slim pickings. I haven't really had a lot of opportunity to buy items. I did do a swap with a friend of mine. I found a rather nice Bahco 124 pipe wrench, just like this one, in nice condition, and I swapped it with another collector, and I did manage to get this quite nice Bahco number 5 early. So it's the second generation. The first generation, the handles get wider at the end. The second generations, the handles get narrower at the end. And this is a pattern number 5, and it's quite a nice addition. I was quite pleased with that one. So that was a nice one. I also got a 63, which is barely legible. You can see number 63. And then on this side, you can see it says Bahco, but it's very pitted. It's had an angle grinder on it. The thumb wheel is not original, but still, it's a 63, and I don't have one, so it was a nice addition. I also got in the same swap off the friend of mine. I got a number 12. I don't think I got this one, actually. I think I got this number 12 with a hole in the end. So a number 13, shall I say. This was the one I had originally, and I got this number 29 in better condition than the one I've got. So I got this one here, and then also I bought a 54, which I already had, but it was a nice addition, a 54, so I bought it. So it was a double, but quite nice condition, and a 54 is not the most common size, so I was quite pleased with that. So in the grand total of 364 days, I found 5 items in total. I think last year I got about 14 items, and it's been very slim pickings. I've been dreading making this video because there's been so little items which I've managed to find. It's partly because I've not really been looking on the Swedish eBay very much, and it's partly because I have quite a large amount of items, so it's hard to find anything really good and really new. But still, I'm pleased to have found these items. And then I've just had a parcel arrived today on the 16th of October. I've not even opened it yet. I've just got back from doing the school run. So I'll show you that, and then let's have a look what's inside it. So this is the item, which is the parcel, which is literally just come through. It's reasonably heavy and reasonably long. And I managed to buy this off a wonderful collector from Sweden, who's been collecting a long time. And this is some of the Bahco items he has, which I haven't yet got. So everything in this box, I believe, is new to me. And it's really going to help this year's haul. So I'm going to open the box, and then let's have a look what's inside. Right, guys, so I've just opened up the box, and this is the treasure which lays within. I'm really pleased with the items. There's some fantastic items indeed. So first things first, we have this wonderful, I think I misspoke earlier when I said everything's new to me. They're either new to me or they're better condition. So we've got this wonderful 8-inch 7170. I do have one, and it's a bit of a dog. And this one is like NOS with the original lacquer on it. Quite an amazing find, sharp and perfect. So this is a great addition to the collection, a new one. The next one, I've been after one of these for a while. Unfortunately, the one I've got has had a breakage on the head, and it's had a repair job. I bet it could be possibly repaired a little bit better, but obviously someone's tried to get it back up and running again from a cracked head. But this is a very rare chroma wrench. I did have the smaller size. There's 2 designs, the 420 and the 431, and then there's 2 versions, and these are the all 4 versions what were ever made, and I've never seen all 4 before. I know a lot of people have 3 of the 4, but not many people have all 4 of the 4. So that's quite a nice addition. So I'm really pleased with that one. Thank you very much, buddy. I won't mention name because I'm not sure if he wants to remain private or not, but I'm really grateful. Even despite the condition, it's a fantastic surviving example of the Chroma series. So quite nice with that. So really pleased. Then the next item, I think quite possibly is my favorite item. This is the 12-inch Bahco Clyburn 103. Now, I have one of these. I have the 101, which is the 8-inch, and then this one here is missing the original jaw, but it is a 104 Bahco Clyburn. And in anticipation of me receiving this, I've just butchered one of my original jaws off an original wrench. So this is a quite common but a nice example 74, and what I did was I took the jaw off and I cut this little sliver off with a hacksaw, and then I filed the teeth. So I'm going to now swap it hopefully for this one, so it looks somewhat similar. Right, so I've put my homemade jaw, and I think that looks a little bit better, but these are extremely rare, and I've only ever seen 2 of them. I've unfortunately missed out on one a couple of years ago, but there's 5 sizes: the 100, which is the 6-inch, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, and now I have a 101 and 3 and 4, so that's really good. So 3 of the 6 sizes I have, which is fantastic, and they are wonderful additions, and I'm so pleased to find these 3 items now. The 101, 3 and 4. So they are great additions. I'm super pleased. The next addition is these 2 are the first generation where the handle gets wider, but what makes these quite fantastic is they don't have holes drilled in the handle. And I do have 2 of them. The 2 I have of the same type. This one has a hole drilled on the handle, and it's had an angle grinder on the head, and my number 2 has got an even larger hole, so these will make nicer additions once they're cleaned up. So they'll need a clean, which I will do, and will give a clean, but it's nice to find a no hole example of this wrench. It's really nice. So 2 wonderful examples, and without the unfortunate drilled holes. Usually as well, they always drill a hole right through the number. See here, there's no number 2, the number 2 stamp there, there's a hole through. So it's quite nice to find undrilled examples. So I think now I only need a number 5 without a hole to have a whole set of undrilled examples, which would be fantastic. So super pleased with that. Then we got this one here, which is a very uncommon, just a standard 8-inch, but it's an 11A, and it says there 5 stamped at the bottom, and then 66 here, and it's got the original 11 jaw. Quite nice indeed. It's really nice to have an 11A. You don't see them very often indeed. And then here we've got another really nice item. This is a Bahco hatchet, and with the hammerhead and the nail puller, but this is a new example to me. I do have various versions of these, and I'm going to show it you shortly, but that's a nice addition. So I'm really pleased with what's in the box. I mean, most of them I've got some kind of issues with them, with the exception of this one, which is about as good as you can get. It's the most common of them all, is this one, but obviously it's in amazing condition. But I'm really pleased to have such wonderful examples. So this is This is 9 examples I think we've got here, which, no, this one doesn't count. So we've got 8 examples, and then we had 5. So this year we've got a grand total of 13 examples to add to the collection. I think last year was 14, but I think this year is just as good. It's been saved today by the parcel. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I think I'll show you a couple of them being put away, and then we'll call it quits. All right, thanks for watching. Right guys, so we're gonna put a few of these items away. We've got this wonderful Bahco NOS, and that will be a nice addition to the Chroma series. Underneath we've got the other series, the regular ones. So there's a couple of those I'd like to replace as well. We've got the wonderful 11A, which is a nice addition, and then the Chroma series fishtails, really nice. And then over here we have the other fishtail design. I will be replacing this one up here and this one here with no holes. I'm going to screw some magnets up in a bit and then change it, but I need to wire wheel those first and get the rust off before I put them on the wall. But really nice additions. Up here we have the 50 series with the new additions, and then the big long one, which I don't know if you can see is hiding down the back of the 2nd generation. So really nice. I'm quite pleased with that one. So over here we have some Overflow Bahco. We have some NOS Bahco in this drawer here, which is quite nice. Didn't really find any more NOS stuff this year. And then here we have some Overflow with the new additions, the Clyburn with the offset jaw, which is really nice. And then the very early Bahco pipe wrenches. And then we've got here the no holes 1st generation. And then I'll show you the hatchet as well, and then we'll be done. Right, so we're in the garage now, and this is my Overflow Bahco items, and I keep my hatchets there. And we've got this really nice Bahco, I think it's a number 41 or 40, which is, there's one more version which is this size, and it has the square head on it, which I don't yet have. I have 2 versions of the round head, but not a version of the square head. Then we have the square head, large, extra large, medium, but we don't have the small. Then we have the round head, medium and large, different sizes. So we're doing quite well with the hatchets, so I'm quite pleased about. So yeah, I think it's been a good year this year, but it was for 364 days of it. It wasn't looking good at all, but this year's been exceptional now. Big thanks to my buddy in Sweden who sent me the parcel promptly, and just in time for my 16th of October anniversary sort of thing. Hopefully next year I can somehow manage to get halfway as good as this year, or last year was a very good year as well. You can go back and look at my other Bahco hauls. If you type Tool Addict Bahco, you can see what other items I found which years. But yeah, really pleased. Also, I bought that wonderful ruler on the other day, and I've managed to put it up on the wall, which I thought was quite good. So that's a nice addition. All right, so thanks for watching if you got this far. Hopefully next year you'll have some wonderful Bahco items. Thanks to anyone who's helped me find a Bahco item this year or done a trade with me. I'm very grateful indeed. And hopefully next year we can find some new treasure. All right, bye.